Ryan, I believe it's Gary. Did I pronounce that correctly? Hi. Forgive me for mispronouncing that. If you could state your name loudly for the committee, and then you have 5 minutes.
My name is Ryan Ruggieri. Good evening, members of the OLSD School Board, administrators, and Superintendent Ray. I am a bit nervous, so I have prepared my statement so that I can read it without forgetting or having my voice shake intensely. My name is Ryan Ruggieri, and I'm standing here tonight as one of our district's 3.9% Latino minority students. As a sophomore at Orange High School and our STEM Academy, and as a Guatemalan American, I think it's important for you to hear from a student who is directly impacted by what happens in our classrooms. I have to tell you that I have strict parents. They have taught me to follow God's commandments, work hard, be kind to everyone, and do my best at everything I do. That doesn't always happen. I am a teenager and I do get into trouble sometimes. During hybrid learning, I pretty much fell apart. I missed assignments, had to work hard to get caught up, and fought depression. However, I rebounded, and so far, I have a 4.0 average and represent Orange High School on our golf team. The competition is fierce, and I know that I'm going to have to give it my all if I want to compete in our global world. As a Brown student, I want you to know how sad it makes me when teachers and administrators lecture us on equity and diversity. I have heard from one of my social studies teachers that George Washington was not such a great man. Other teachers have shared the idea that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves for economic purposes rather than moral values. All of this disappoints me. I do not want to go to school that puts social justice ahead of my academic content. According to my mom, I need to get it together with my use of semicolons. My dad says I need to pay more attention to detail when solving geometry problems. I need to focus on the learning and not the ideology. Despite the fact that I have experienced incidents of racism, I do not believe that our country is systemically racist. I do not believe that a person's identity should be defined by skin color. I do not believe, as the author Ibram X. Kendi tweeted, that white people who adopted children from other races are doing so because they want props to show the world that they are white saviors. I can tell you that I was not born in my adopted mother's stomach. I was born in her heart. I would argue that Kendi's comments are racist. Yet this book, Stamped, was taught at this great new title for high school students to understand race. All of this is politically motivated, and it seems wrong. I know that you have said that we don't have CRT in the curriculum, but you know that what teachers are doing this, and it has to stop. I also heard on the news that National Teachers Union is trying to make this a part of students' learning. What makes me angry as a teenager is that this group is spreading the idea that people who are against CRT are against diversity in education. That is total baloney, and you know it. My parents told me to read diverse authors and understand the impact of racism. True diversity means looking at all sides, and CRT only represents one political perspective on the world from the lens of oppression. As a high schooler, I object to CRT on my own accord. I will stand up against this in any class where it is being taught. I do not want to sit in a room and write about all the times I have endured or participated in racism. Instead, I want to learn solid reading, writing, math, and speaking skills so I can solve problems and have a positive impact on the world. I want my teachers to teach their subjects, not their political values. Please be honest with our students and parents in our community. Please don't let me down. When I graduate, I hope to live a life where I know that my hard work, values, and merit matter. I am more than the equity and inclusion team wants me to believe that I am. I am not just an oppressed blip on the district's 3.9% radar. I do not want to be admitted to college or offered a job to meet a quota. I want to rise and shine by doing my best. I am Ryan Ruggieri. I'm an American. I deserve more than CRT, and I hope you will consider this as we begin our next school year. Thank you.